Peace and blessings, beautiful people. Peace and blessings. This is Empress Money, and welcome to this bonus episode of Sacred Love Lessons. It is day 3 of the Self-Love Daily Dose. I hope you're enjoying this series. If you have not checked out day 1 and 2, what are you waiting for? I strongly encourage you to go back and listen and then hit us up on today. Now, today is all about what's in it for you. When you are born, your work is placed in your heart. Khalil Gibran. Before you came to this earth, you signed a soul contract. Yes, you signed a soul contract. Now, this soul contract outlines your purpose and your life lessons that you came to planet Earth to learn. And if you'd like more insight, you can go over to the Holy Bible, Jeremiah 1:5. It says, "Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou came forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations." So what this tells me is that, one, I already existed, right? The eternal me, the infinite me already existed before I came to this planet. 2, I came into this planet already blessed and already full of purpose. So how to know what's in your soul contract? I'm so glad you asked. The first thing when you want to know what's in your soul contract is you want to listen to your heart. When I say heart, I'm not talking about the human heart. I'm talking about your subconscious mind. I'm talking about that inner voice that no one else can hear, your third ear that no one else can hear. What is it saying to you? Now, you may need to get quiet. You may need to unplug from social media, from electronics, and all that kind of stuff. I highly recommend that you spend some time in nature and just be quiet and listen. Just listen to your inner voice. What is it saying to you? Then number 2, journal what you naturally love, like, and gravitate towards. Journal what you naturally love, like, and gravitate towards. What lights you up? I remember this movie called The Old Guard with Charlize Theron. I really like her as an actress. And in the movie, her name was Andy. And Andy was semi-immortal in terms of the body. Semi-immortal. And she had lived for like centuries. And it wasn't just her. It was like a little group of them, about 5 or 6 people that were like this. Their body could die, but they lived for centuries before the body gave way, right? Somehow, like how we've read in the Old Testament, how people were living like 600-800 years, that kind of thing. So they would live for centuries before their body would give way. And so during this time, Andy, who was the leader of this group, she began to fall into despair because she could not see the benefit of the good that she was doing in the earth. She was serving in her purpose. She knew she was in her purpose, but she felt like the world was getting worse because she could see all of the devastation and all of the corruption. She could see it all. And she just felt like that the light that she was providing to the planet was growing dim. So there was this other character in the movie. I don't remember his name. He was that guy who played in 12 Years a Slave. He was also in that movie called The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. He was the dad in that movie. Can't think of his name. If you know his name, leave it below. But he had chartered her life. He timelined her life, and he put it all in writing on a board, like a vision board, where she could see specifically the contribution that she was making to this dimension. And he showed how she would help one person, right? Let's say she helped person A. Then he would go on to help hundreds and millions of people. He would go on to discover something that we use today. She would help a woman who would go on to help all these children and just all these different things. And so that helped her to carry on in her mission, her soul mission. So I highly recommend that you journal every day something that you naturally love, something that you like or gravitate towards, something that lights you up, whether you get paid for it or not, just something that you deeply and richly enjoy. Now, for me, you guys know that I'm an inspirational teacher of sacred love lessons. I help women to honor the love within so they can manifest the life of their dreams. Now, I wasn't able to articulate my purpose 30, 40 years ago. I wasn't able to do that. I knew that I was here to help people. I wasn't really sure all the details. I didn't have all the details. And that's not how life unfolds. When you allow life to unfold naturally, you get a bit at a time, a piece at a time. Life is meant to be lived in the moment. So in the moment, you don't have all the answers and you just go with the flow as it comes. And I remember early on as a child, I was very empathetic to people suffering, to the needs of people, and I wanted to help. I wasn't sure the capacity, but deeper than that, because you guys know by trade, I'm an attorney, right? I've been an attorney for over 23 years. Deeper than that, deeper than serving people on that level, I wanted to learn more about love as a child. I wanted to experience love and I wanted to feel love. Now, at that time, I could not articulate sacred love lessons. I didn't know what that was. And I had to go on this quest to learn sacred love lessons. Everything that I teach you, I have done myself. I have overcome. I have gone through the fire. I've crossed the burning sands. And I'm sharing that information, that wisdom with you. But I remember the first book that I read about love was from the Dalai Lama. And it was about love and compassion. And when I look back, I was being divinely guided. But at the time, I really felt like I had just stumbled into the spiritual section within the library. And I just magically stumbled on that book. But I know I was being divinely guided by my higher self because that was in my soul contract to come here to learn lessons about love and then to teach that. Okay? So it's important for you to note, what is it that you like? If you say, well, Imani, I don't know my purpose. If you're not at a place where you're able to articulate it at that point where I am, that is okay, because you will gravitate and things will happen and you will be divinely guided to where you're supposed to be. And sometimes it doesn't seem that way. Sometimes it feels like life is taking you on a detour. But no, you are learning lessons so you can find out where you're supposed to be. So then you can operate and just be that, right? At any moment, it's about being. Be that. So today's purpose for thought. Are you living in your purpose? Are you living life on purpose? Do you love how you serve in the world? Do you love how you show up for yourself? And do you love how you show up for others? Those are today's purpose for thought. You may want to also journal those questions and then answer those questions in your journal. The affirmation of today. I am purpose, passion, and power. And I am grateful for my sacred inner knowing and creativity. My life is meaningful. I am purpose, passion, and power, and I am grateful for my sacred inner knowing and creativity. My life is meaningful. Today's Your Life is Amazing Oracle card is all about power.
Power. Power comes from the truth. Know your power. No one is you, and that is your true power. We are all broken at some point. That's how the light gets in. So use your power for good and share your powerful light with the world. Power. Power comes from the truth. Know your power. No one is you, and that is your true power. We are all broken at some point. That's how the light gets in. So use your power for good and share your powerful light with the world.
So that's all I have for you today. I hope you have learned what's in it for you. And until tomorrow, be the light.